when creating something like a blog, you can use something like WordPress, of course, but if you do something custom, something with Laravel, you do it yourself, you might encounter the need to use Markdown. Of course, you can use HTML, and as you probably know, Blade, which is built into Laravel, works exceptionally well for HTML, but it doesn't have native support for Markdown. Now, Markdown is very popular, is a very popular format for people who write articles, who write blog posts. And you might find the lack of native support for Markdown a hurdle, an obstacle that you need to somehow cross. Luckily, it can be quite easily done. You can use Markdown, you can definitely quite easily use Markdown with Laravel and Blade, but you need to know how to do that. Now, there are multiple ways to do that, and in this tutorial I want to cover one of them, which is to use a library by Spetye. They are a company that makes all kinds of libraries and packages for PHP in general and Laravel specifically. Their library, their package to use Markdown in Laravel, I think it's really good, but at least for me, it didn't really work the way they describe in their documentation, so I wanted to make this short tutorial, and hopefully you will find it helpful to integrate Markdown into your Laravel project, and specifically into your HTML templating using Blade. So I'm going to follow this blog post that I wrote, and it should be pretty straightforward. So first, let's create a new Laravel application, and I have the command here, and I just run it in my terminal, and it will create a brand new Laravel application for us. I called it Markdown support. Of course, you can use any name you want. Okay, so the project was created. Let's open Visual Studio Code in this new folder of this new project. Great, so we have our new project open here, and let's serve this new application. And if I click on the link, we can see our new Laravel application in the browser. Next, I want to update the welcome view. That's what we see here. And basically what we're going to build is a very simple application that only has two pages. One of the pages will use HTML and the other one will use Markdown. Now, in this welcome page, I want simply to have links. A link to the HTML page and another link to the Markdown page. So to do that, let's update this file, resources views welcome.blade.php, and we can find it here. This is the file, and here is the code we're going to place in this file. And as I just said, it simply holds two links. One link to the HTML article and another one to the Markdown article. And in a second, we will implement these two articles. And if we get back to our application and refresh the page, we can see the two links here. Now they won't lead anywhere, and if we try to use them now, we will receive 404. So now is probably a good time to install the libraries we're going to need. So the first one is, as I said, by Spetye, and it's called Laravel Markdown. And to support code highlighting, it uses another library, a front-end library, a JavaScript library, which is called Shiki. Now, if we install both of them, we will have great support for Markdown. We will be able to easily render Markdown into HTML, and it will support code highlighting flawlessly. So let's start with this one. And if we open our composer.json file now, we can see it here, Spetye Laravel Markdown. And let's also install the Shiki library, which, as I said, will help us with code highlighting. So we have everything we need installed. Next, we're going to create a layout template. The idea here is that the HTML and Markdown articles will use the same common layout. So let's start by creating this common layout. To do that, we're going to create a layouts folder inside our views folder. And in the layouts folder, I'll create a main.blade.php file. And this is going to be the common layout. And here's the code for this common layout. And as you can see, it's as simple as it gets. We only have here the general HTML template. Here we have the yield for the title, and every article can have its own title. And here inside the body, we have another yield for the content of the specific article that's going to use this layout. We can now create the first article, which is going to be the HTML article. To do that, we're going to create a controller. The controller will use a view, and the view will use the layout. So we already have the layout. here is the code for the view, and we're going to paste it in a second, and here is the code for the controller. So first, let's create the controller, and we can do that with the artisan make controller command. And the new file for the controller was created, and of course it was placed in the HTTP controllers folder. And in this controller, we're going to paste this new method. Let's take a quick look at what we have here. So what this method does is simply returns a view. The name of the view that it uses is HTML article, and we also pass an associative array to the view. This associative array has two keys, title and content. For the title, we have HTML article example, and this is the content. And as you can see, the content uses HTML formatting. So it uses all kinds of tags for HTML. The H1 tag, the H2 tag, the P tag, and so on. Now, this type of content in a real application will probably arrive from your database. But to keep things simple, here I have it hard-coded. And instead of extracting it from the database, the controller just uses this hard-coded piece of HTML code. All that's left is creating the view itself, the HTML article view. So since this is a view, it has to have the blade.php extension. So let's copy the name, and I'll place it inside the views folder. And here's the code itself. So what do we have here? First, we have the extends directive, and this allows this view to use the layout that we defined here. So basically, we're going to use what we have here and replace the title and content with what we specified here. So instead of title, we're going to use title. Now, what is this title? This is what we sent in the associative array in the controller. So back here, as you probably remember, we had title and content. We're going to be able to access these, the title and the content, in the view. And that's why when we write here $title, it will be replaced by what we have here in the value of the associative array. So instead of title, this will be shown, HTML article example, and instead of content that we used here, we will receive this content. Another thing worth mentioning is this symbol. The meaning of this symbol is to use the provided HTML code as it is. So it's not going to escape anything. It's going to handle it as normal HTML code. Now, if the content was provided by the end user, it might pose a security risk because the user could provide any text they want, and it could potentially expose our application to something like an XSS attack. But in this example, we don't allow the user to provide the HTML code, so we should be safe. We know exactly which HTML code we are going to use, and we can see it here. And there are no scripts here, nothing of that kind, so we should be okay. So our controller uses the view, and the view uses the layout, the main layout. The last piece in the puzzle is to use the controller in our web.php file. So in routes web.php, which is this file, we're going to add another route. And of course, we need to use this controller. So when a request to this URL will be made, the HTML article method inside the article controller will take care of it. And as you probably remember, this is the method that does the job. And what it does, it returns the view, the HTML article view. Let's serve our Laravel application once more. And let's get back to the application itself in the browser. And if we now try to visit the HTML article, we can see the HTML code from our controller. And as you can see, it was rendered correctly as HTML code. If we take a look at the source code, we can see that in the title, we have exactly what we defined in the controller. And in the body, we have exactly what we defined in the controller once again. Next, it's time to create the Markdown article. So we're going to add another function to our article controller. And this function will take care of Markdown articles. Once again, the method or the function returns a view, but this time the view is Markdown article as opposed to HTML article that we used before. Again, we use an associative array of the same structure, and it has a title and it also has content. But this time, notice that the content uses the Markdown format. It doesn't use the HTML tags anymore because this text is not HTML, it is Markdown. We now want our view, our new view, the Markdown article view, to render Markdown content instead of HTML content. So let's create the new view, the Markdown article view. And once again, we're going to place it in the views folder. And here's the code for this view. Once again, it extends the main layout, and we provide values for the title and content. Let me quickly remind you that in the main layout, we expect the title and the content, and that's what we provide here, the title and the content. But notice that in the content section, we use this directive, the Markdown directive. This is something that the Specie library allows us to do. If you try to do it without installing the Specie library, it wouldn't work. You would simply see the word Markdown shown, which is probably not what you want. But since we have it installed, it will render the Markdown that we have here into HTML. Finally, we have to add another route to our web.php file. And here we go. And when we try to access the Markdown article route now, it will be handled by the Markdown article method in the article controller, which is this new method we just wrote. So let's get back to our application again. And if I go back to the main page and try to visit the Markdown article, we can see that the Markdown content was rendered correctly. And if we take a look at the source of this page, we can see that the Markdown that we wrote in our controller was translated, was converted to HTML code.